Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Chu and welcome back to my channel where I talk about piano learning in adult beginners and share practice tips to help you get unstuck and progress in your piano learning journey. Today I'd like to talk about how mindset affects piano progress and how you can leverage your mindset to help you succeed at the piano. If you've been playing the piano for a while, it's likely you've come across challenges related to learning at some point. Maybe you've had trouble with hand coordination, struggle with note reading, or you just can't make sense of rhythm counting. If you're watching this video, you could be facing some learning challenges of your own right now. In music education, especially instrument learning, there's a huge emphasis being placed on consistent practice. So as piano learners, we're often told by our teachers, friends, and family that practice makes perfect. That is definitely true, but here's the thing. Just knowing it is not enough to help us succeed at the piano. We need to find a big enough reason to convince ourselves to believe it so that we will be driven to take action. And that is where mindset comes into play. So what is a mindset? A mindset is a group of thoughts and beliefs you form about something through experience, education, upbringing, or culture. According to American psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck of Stanford University, there are two types of mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Now, people with a fixed mindset believe that basic qualities of a person, such as intelligence, are inborn, fixed, and unchangeable. Because of that, they avoid challenges and they give up easily in the face of obstacles because they're afraid of being defined by their failures. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that the same qualities can be developed and strengthened by way of hard work. They embrace challenges and see them as opportunities to grow and stretch their unknown potential. To them, failures are just a temporary stop in their learning journey. Before we dive in on how each mindset affects piano progress, let's first take a look at how mindset is linked to our actions. When you face an experience, you develop certain thoughts about it. These thoughts then form your beliefs, which shapes your mindset and determines your attitude. Basically, that is how you feel towards the subject. Your attitude then leads to actions that you will take as a result of the thought cycle. Now let me paint you a scenario. We have two piano students facing the same learning challenge, note reading. Now student A with a fixed mindset starts thinking that he's not talented enough, which leads him to believe that people who aren't musically talented can never succeed at the piano. He then decides his efforts are never going to produce the results he desires, and subconsciously starts putting less effort to practice, and eventually stops doing it altogether. He gets worse in his note reading, which only reinforces his negative beliefs that people without musical talent can never achieve success at the piano. Now student B views the situation very differently. He sees the experience as a new challenge in his learning. He's thinking about how he had overcome challenges harder than this before, and he's certain he'll be able to overcome this one as well. With that belief, he decides that time and hard work will ultimately produce the results he desires and starts putting in double the time and effort to practice. As a result, his note reading skills improve tremendously, which further strengthens his beliefs that as long as one is willing to put in the hard work, he can succeed. So you see, both students face the same learning challenge, but the different thoughts that they develop from that experience can shape their mindset and attitudes and ultimately bring them on very different paths in their learning journey. How powerful is that? That's why it's crucial for you to shape your mindset and attitudes right from the beginning if you want to achieve success at the piano. So how can you start adapting a growth mindset as you continue learning? The first thing is to acknowledge and embrace your imperfections. If you're bad at note reading, don't beat yourself up about it. Only when you stop judging your abilities and instead recognize your imperfections as what you can improve on, then only can you move on to take action and overcome it. The next thing you need to know is that mistakes are necessary for your growth, so do not be afraid to make mistakes during practice or during lessons, and when you do, replace the words "I've failed" to "I've learned." Another important thing to remember is that learning fast isn't the same as learning well. Learning well means building a solid foundation and correcting mistakes, and that is going to take time. So instead of rushing through your progress, value and enjoy your learning process. Have patience and trust that you will eventually reach your desired goal. I hope this video was helpful for you and you're now feeling extra motivated to practice. If you're ready to do so, I recommend that you check out my previous video right here where I talk about the 5 steps to progress in piano practice. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and hit the red subscribe button below so that you'll never miss another piano learning video from me again. Till then, practice hard, play hard, and I'll see you in the next video.